Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. My name is Htoo, and welcome to Refugee Beyond Name Podcast. Tonight we have a very special guest for episode number 5. Our guest with us today is Scholar. She's a very active leader in her community. Please welcome Emily Thhan. Okay. Welcome to the podcast, Emily. Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So, could you please tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure.
Like, what do you do?
Sure. So, my name is Emily Thhan. I know it's a weird name because my friend will always ask me, Emily, are you Korean, right? So, why your name is like Emily Thhan? Because Emily is an English name.
Yeah, that's
so
very unique.
I was like, I don't know too because my grandpa just named me. So, I was like, okay, my name is Emily Thhan. I came from Untitled Refugee Camp, Mela Camp. I don't think you know it. So, and then I came to United States in 2018. So, I've been in United States for...
So, you're very recent, huh?
Yes, so like 4 years. Yep.
Your English is very good.
Oh, no.
Very
No.
nice.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us what school you're going to right now and what are you studying?
So I go to UNO, University of Nebraska at Omaha. So I'm majoring in international studies, concentration in international management and business leadership. Also minor in theater because I love
nice.
theater.
That's a lot of concentration.
Yeah. And my friend would always say, Emily, your major is weird because, it was like, it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's okay. I like it.
Oh, that's really nice. So Emily, could you tell us what's your experience like since you come to Omaha in 2018?
Oh yeah, sure. So when I first came to United States, I came with my grandma. So I went to Missouri. I went to live with my mom and my stepdad. So I went to live there, and then I went to summer school there before they placed me in 11th grade. So I have to attend some summer classes and stuff. So, and then it was kind of weird, and I feel lost when I went to summer classes there, In Kansas City, Missouri high school, there is no Korean people.
Oh.
I feel like I'm the only Korean girl in that class. So there's but I know that there is only 3 Korean people in the whole school. So I feel lost. I was like, oh my goodness, this is... I just feel lost. I don't know what to do, but the teacher there is really helpful and stuff, but I just need someone close to me and can help me with with some stuff that you have to do step by step and step, but I don't have anybody there. But okay, because of the tough situation, me and my grandma, we moved to Omaha. So that was where I attended Benson High School, and they placed me 11th grade without knowing fluent English.
Yeah. Can you tell us what was life like back in the camp?
Oh yeah, sure. So in the camp, there's a house made out of bamboo, and we live in a small house. We don't but when I live in back there, we have electricity and stuff. So I went to school, and then I went to EVH school. They taught us some English, basic English, but not like this. And then when I came here, it's required you have to do some speaking and communication. Back in there, we just learn some English and just memorize some word. And I came here, I have to speak English, so it was very hard. Yeah, there's some difference in that. I feel a lot of different there. There's we don't have much opportunity, and here there's so many opportunity in here. So I feel okay, American is the freedom. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of struggles and obstacles that you faced before you came to America. So what was that transition like? How did you feel on your first day of school, or your first day when you arrived to America?
Okay, my first day arrived to America, it was snowing. So it was oh my goodness, I feel oh my goodness, this is really cool. This is my first time seeing snow. So I was okay, it was okay. I feel happy. But when I went to school in Benson High School, of course, I have some Korean friends, but I still feel lost. Because, in class, there's we all speak English and stuff, but I just don't feel I feel excluded because I'm not really good at English. Because when I speak,
well, your English is very good.
Oh, thank you so much. But I still have that feeling because okay, I'm kind of feel scared because if I speak something wrong, I'm scared that my friends or other people are gonna mock at me or gonna judge me. Cause I just feel like that's the thing. And then in Benson High School, we have a lot of Korean friends. So in that way, I feel like okay, I don't have to worry because I have a lot of Korean friends. So I can every time when you see Korean friends, you just want to speak Korean. You don't want to like speak English. So that was where like I feel like okay, this is not good. But sometimes like you see your friend in the class, right? You just want to associate and then you want to fit in because something as that I just feel like okay, I want to improve myself too. So that was like when I see my friends, my Korean friends, so I started to speak in English. I just practice and then I'm not scared, but the first time I was scared, and then later on I feel like okay, it's okay. And then there's like my friends. I have one friend that invited me to join the club. So my junior year, I don't really know anything. I don't really know where to go, but I have some Korean friend, but I just lost in some point. So I don't know where to go, but I have a friend that invited me to join the Thrive Club. And then I joined the Thrive Leadership Club. That was very cool and it helped me a lot. And then there's another club, I think, the Strife mentoring program. I love that because they assign us with the mentor. That was where I improved my English because I feel like when I talk to, they assign us with a small group with the mentor, right? So I started to talk and I started associate, and then I feel like okay, the first time I was a little bit shy, but later on I feel like I'm not the only one who struggle because there's I met a lot of refugee people, like immigrant student in the Strife mentoring program. They all try hard to get out of their comfort zone. So I was like, okay, I'm not the only one who struggles. So I have friends. There's a lot of people who struggle the same with me. So it encouraged me to just to just move on, keep going. So yeah.
Yeah, Emily, that's cool. A very good story.
Sure.
It must be very terrifying coming to a new country. Where you don't know how to speak the language, let alone you never experienced anything like this before, So I'm glad that you got out of your comfort zone by making friends with people that are similar to you. So do you like having the diversity that Omaha has? Is that what got you out of your comfort zone, or what are other things that you did that get you out of your comfort zone, like when you were nervous or fear of being rejected or fear of not knowing, I guess?
Okay, I think for me, when I'm scared of something, I always feel like I'm not like I saw a lot of refugee students when they are scared of something. They are refugee students, they are very shy. So, but I'm one of them too. But for me, when I shy or when I scared to do something, the other half is gonna say, Emily, you should try it. You should do it. But I'm still scared. But just try it. Just try it. At least if you try 1% better at each time, so just try. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna do this, yeah. And then as I mentioned, we joined a lot of club. I joined a lot of club and stuff, so it helped me. I got a chance to volunteer and then do some stuff, help in my community. But even though my English is not good, or I don't really know anything.
No, your English is very good.
Thank you so much. So I just keep joining and helping my community. So it was very cool. It also helped me it's also broaden my eyes view, what I want to do. So my junior years, I don't really know much. After senior, what should I do? I don't really know. But those clubs and programs that I joined, it's also helped me with my future. It's it also helped me to understand what is success, what to do after college, after high school and college and stuff. So I'm okay, this is really helpful, and I keep involved in the community and stuff.
That is very great. I like that you mentioned a few clubs that help you get out of your comfort zone while also building your leadership skill, kind of like Thrive Club and Strife Club.
Strife, yeah.
Yeah. So could you elaborate on what Thrive Club is or what Strife Club is, and how does new incoming refugee students could find those resources?
Okay, so Thrive Leadership Club is a club that they have every Wednesday. When I was in high school, it helped the refugee student, not only refugee student, every student can participate in that club. So it helped a lot. I feel like it's you got an opportunity to volunteer. There's always opportunity what to do, and then in the club we talk about some leadership stuff that you need, and it's also prepare you you for your future, and then for your high school, what you should do after your high school and stuff. Yep. And then for Strife mentoring program is also help you with the citizenship, like something stuff like that, and they also help you build up your resume and then your communication skill. Yeah. And then I think there's a lot more. Yeah, I think.
So, are those clubs still available for, I guess, immigrant students? And how can they find it if they want to join those clubs?
Okay, I think what I know is the Thrive Club. They have Thrive Club at Benson every Wednesday after school. Yeah, and then I think Northwest too, but I'm not sure like what day they have it on Northwest, but at Benson they have it.
So for you, right? Who tell you about Thrive Club or Strife Club that you know?
Okay, I have a friend. One of my friends told me, Emily, you should join the Thrive Club. I was like, it was my first time, so I was like, I don't know, but I don't feel like, I don't want to join because I don't know anybody there. So like, but my friend she just dragged me, Emily, let's go. So I was like, okay, I went there. It was fun because we did like a lot of activity and stuff. So like we played some games and yep. For the Strife mentoring program, I feel like, I don't know how I get into Strife program, but let me think. I feel like they didn't call me to the Strife mentoring program, but they did the Strife mentoring program at the cafeteria, so I just passed by and I see like there's a group of people doing something. I was curious, so like what are they doing? There's like a lot of people in their stuff, and I was like, and then I saw one of my brother there, so I was like, okay, I go ask him like what is this and stuff. He just like, the mentor program, you should join it. I was like, oh, okay. I just like sit and do some stuff there, and then later on I called my friend to join it too because I don't want to be alone. So I was like, I called 2 of my friends to join it. So I was like, it was fun. And then I got a chance to know Miss Susan. Miss Susan is right now my mentor. She's really nice. She's the best.
Right, that's very great. So what's one advice would you give to new incoming immigrant or refugee student that just arrived in the U.S., especially if they are assigned straight to a high school, you know?
Yeah, sure. So don't be afraid to be yourself, because that's me when I first came to United States, because I'm afraid, because I was like 17 years old, and when I'm scared that if I speak something wrong, I started to have like some feeling that shyness and stuff. If I say something wrong, people are gonna judge me, they're gonna mock at me, so I was afraid to do things and stuff. So like I would say, don't be afraid to be yourself. If you want to do something, just say it. There's always people who gonna correct you. Like if you say something wrong or if you do some mistake, it's okay, just do it.
That's a very good advice. You are very brave.
Thank you so much.
Brave, and because like not a lot of people can face their fear head on, so it's very important to face our fear head on, right? So
yeah.
Emily, right now you say you are currently studying at UNO. What are you studying, like, and how did you get to the decision that you want to study that concentration? Okay,
sure. So at first I kind of having a hard time because I'm like indecisive with my major and stuff, but I feel like I took one of the international class, so it was like kind of fun for me because we learn a lot of other country and how the policy, the law, and the global issues and stuff. So it was like, this is really fun because I never knew that how this is work. So I was like, okay, this is fun. And I was like, okay, I keep thinking, and then I go deeper into some other international classes. It was like, okay, I love this class. So in the international major classes, like there's every week there's a guest speaker gonna come to the class and talk about their journey, like how their life, like go study abroad and stuff, and they have like they're like international major and stuff, so how they love it, what you can do in that class and what you can do. So I was like, okay, this is really fun. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in international major. Yeah, for the minor, I'm minor in theater because of course I love theater. Because when I first came to United States, they placed me in the 11th grade, right? So that was where I started to take drama class without knowing fluent English, because drama class require an extent of like communication. I was like, oh my goodness, I took that class. I was like, first time I was lost, but it just kind of like helped me better my public speaking skills too, because in drama class, we talk a lot, and the teamwork, we share ideas, and then I got to meet new people from different country and backgrounds, so it was like very fun. I think theater is a fun place for me.
That's so awesome. You are absolutely right. Sometimes you just have to dip your toes into like different water, right?
Sure.
To see if it's the right fit for you. And then you also said you didn't know much of the communication because of the language barrier.
Yep.
Yeah, you learn a lot because of you taking the theater class, right? So that's pretty awesome, So Emily, I guess my next question is like, what are some things that you are currently involved in right now, like at school, and how does that make up your a college experience, a whole experience, rather than just going to school and going home?
Oh yeah, sure. So I involved in KSA, Korean Student Association. So that was where like we do a lot of stuff too. We helped some of the high school students with applying to college, and then some FAFSA if they are still, and then we help them if they don't know like what to do, if they lost in college year or stuff. So like we have a lot of mentor and stuff. If they need help, just come to our KSA group. We all help them, yeah. And I also involved in the Mentor Nebraska as an intern. I work there as an intern, like with the Strife too, with my mentor, Miss Susan Mayberger, yeah. We always go volunteer and then do some field trip, and I helped some of the Northwest Strife student there. Yep.
That's so awesome.
Cool.
Are
Thank you
interested in educating somewhere in the future?
Yeah, so that's what I love. So the first one, international. The second one is business, because that's why I'm taking international management and business leadership. And then the other one is education. That's why I took the drama classes and then theater major, yeah.
That's really awesome, So, guys, Emily came when she was 17, and she didn't know any English, but now her English is fluent, and she's studying in college. So, for any new incoming refugee students, that there is hope. You just gotta overcome your fear and
true.
face it head on, and do not be afraid to take risks, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And also, Emily, what are some projects are you guys currently working on at KSA and the mentorship club that you mentioned?
Oh, okay. For the KSA, we're working on the COVID mobile clinic thing, because like I'm one of the media chair there, so I'm in charge of the poster and then the social media to just spread the news, like something like that. And then for other mentor Nebraska, right now we don't have anything to work on, but on May 31st we have the Strife Mentor Conference at Lincoln, so I might go there and then see my other Northwest High School student present, because I always go with them, and I'm like the one who always have to talk and present, so this time they're gonna go upstairs and talk, so I'm so excited.
Nice. You're such an active community leader, you do so much for your community. And you said you guys are working on mobile clinic vaccine, right?
The COVID vaccine,
yeah. So how has that experience been like, and how many people have you guys get vaccinated in the last
I think
session?
On March, that's the last last one we did. There's like I work with one of my partners. She is like very nice and very active, so she helped a lot. We both we work together, create some video and then some poster, and then we create some flyers, and then we spread it on social media. And then after that we go volunteer. We went there and to volunteer at the mobile clinic thing, and then there's we got 38 people who came, and that was very cool. It was the first one. We still have the second one too, on April, something like that. And
out of those 38 people, are they refugee immigrants or former refugees?
I think some of them are former, some of them refugee too, yeah.
Yeah, so you do a lot of great stuff, basically. So Emily, I guess what what is the biggest challenge you face in your like academic career as a, a former refugee student?
And I would say language variable. This is the first one, and I feel like every refugee student have encountered this situation. Like language variable is very hard. Sometimes you understand what the professor or the teacher is saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to talk, you want to explain, what they're asking. But sometimes it's very hard. Something hold you back, and it's very hard. That if I say something wrong, there's like a lot of people in the class, and what if they're gonna make fun of me? They're gonna judge me. So I was like, okay, it's not good. But sometimes you have to do that, Yeah, just take a risk.
How do you overcome that? You just face it head on and just...
Yeah, I face it, and I try not to find the opportunity with other people to talk a lot, and then to associate, and then I find a mentor. So I have a mentor, like she always help me if there's an opportunity. She is very energetic to when there's an opportunity, she will always text me or call me, Emily, there's an opportunity, you should join and you should get involved. So yeah, I think get a mentor.
That's very great. Not a lot of people have mentors, or not a lot of people know how to make friends.
Yeah.
I guess what is one advice you would give them, especially if language barrier is a thing? How do you I guess communicate with someone and learn about stuff so you could grow as a person?
Okay, I mean, don't be afraid to ask or to ask question. If you want to do something, just do it. If you want to be friend with them, just make a connection and ask them, just asking some basic question. And that's what I did, because if I want to be friend with someone, like because I want to improve my speaking skills, I want to talk like English more. So I'm gonna, like, if I go to class, if I have my friend like next to me, I'm just gonna talk to them, and after that we keep talking and share some common stuff that we have, and after that we just like gonna get along. And then sometimes, like, when you're scared, because for me, when I'm scared, but I feel like I have people skills, because my people skills like make it easier for me to connect with everyone. Right. I don't care about like my communication skill or stuff, but as long as I just keep talking, I love talking, so I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah,
just that's wonderful. Like, just be friendly, I guess, right?
Yep.
As long as you ask question and you talk to people, even if you don't know how to explain it, they might be curious to know what you want to say. So yeah, that's a very great point of view to think about that.
Sure.
So what do you plan to do after you graduate, Emily?
So I want to work, yep, but I'm not sure yet where I'm gonna work, but I think I'm just gonna work somewhere.
I think whoever is your employer will be lucky to have you, because I know you your track record is very nice, and
sure.
You work with a lot of people, and your communication skill improve, and
Thank you so much.
I could see that from 2018 to now that it's improved tremendously. So in the future, would you love to work with new refugee families or people who are immigrants?
I think both.
Both.
Because some refugee or other immigrant, they all, like, when they first came to United States, they might need some help. So I'm like, I love helping people. I love helping people when they come for me to help. So I help them with the ability that I have. So it's like, I think that's a good job too. I think that's really cool if I can work there. So I mean, why not?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming tonight. And before we close this off, is there any last advice you want to give to our audiences out there?
Yeah, sure. So one of my favorite quotes is, "Don't be afraid to fail, be afraid not to try," by Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to fail. Like, if you want to do something, just do it. Just try it. if you don't try, you're not gonna know. So at least when you try, you know that, okay, this is how it's like. If you don't try, you're just gonna stuck in that position. You will never get out of your comfort zone. So when you're trying is getting 1% better. You don't have to get better at 100% or 90%, just 1% better every day. That's all.
That's a very powerful quote and a very great mindset to have, because a lot of people are afraid to try, even to get out of their comfort zone. So that's a very great advice. Thank you so much for coming tonight, Emily. We love having you on here, and in the future maybe you could come back and share more story with us.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me here. It's such an honor for me to be here. I enjoyed the conversation. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily.